You hate your people.
Nicole Marchand is celebrating another birthday. At 31, she's accomplished a lot. She's a prosecuting attorney and running for state court judge.
It'll be a $500 fine.
Nicole isn't the kind of woman you'd find standing by on the sidelines of life. But you would find her here, at the Georgia Dome, cheering on the Atlanta Falcons. You've heard of a man's man. Nicole is the quintessential man's woman. She appears to have it all, and yet she's still single. 42% of black women have never been married. That's double the number of never married white women. We broached this serious dilemma with comedian turned relationship guru Steve Harvey, author of the book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
There are still a lot of good men out there who are being overlooked.
Harvey says black women don't have to settle, but may need to compromise.
You a corporate exec? Does he have to be a corporate exec? You make $150,000 a year. He has to make $150,000 or above? That's your requirement?
Like many black men, she's also open to dating outside her race. In fact, in the past decade, the number of black women entering interracial marriage has more than doubled.
I just feel that there's a lot of taboo associated with dating black women because I don't think that they're necessarily going to want to take us home to see mama.
You hate your people because a lot of you hate yourselves. A lot of you black women too. You know what they say? Well, there's no black people in my circle. Then you better change your circle of friends. Fine, you go to work. You got all the other nations around you, but you better go home to your people. You better go home to your people and marry a son or daughter of your people. You got basketball players where there's no black women around from you lying black men. A bunch of liars that you are. You married a white woman because you hate yourself. You got low self-esteem. You feel you ain't made it unless you got the white woman on your arm. Okay? That's how you feel. That's what you think. And the Bible proves it. God says you despise your people when you marry somebody outside your race.
Melody says she doesn't date black men because, in her words, they're cheap, and they're always making excuses for why they can't succeed. Melody also says, I think I'd rather stick pins in my eyes than date a black man.
I think they're cheap. They call you up on the phone. Even if I see like a cute black guy, I give him my phone number. He calls me, and he just wants to talk. He talks, never say, you know, let's go out or let's do this. It's just talk till my face is blue. I'm like, I don't want to talk. I could be doing something else. Then if they do want to take you out, if you go out, it's barbecues or something tacky.
What do they tell you about black women?
They say that they're greedy, that sort of like her, how she is. I'm not greedy. I work 6 days a week. I have my own business. Okay?
Right. They want.
I just have a higher standard than what they're willing to give. When they get to the high level, they get a white woman. All I have are the scraps. I don't want them.
Okay. From there, let's go to Nehemiah chapter 9 in the Bible. Nehemiah chapter 9. I'm going back to the issue on the strangers because you got these little funky little Israelite congregations popping up, and I got the white woman, brother. I'm going to show you what the law says again in case you forgot. Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 2.
Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 2. And the seed of Israel separated themselves from all strangers.
And the seed of Israel, meaning all the children of Israel, what?
Separated themselves from all strangers.
Separated themselves from all strangers. Separated themselves from all strangers. You know it's going to be a sad day. A sad day when you realize that this Bible is a true book. This Bible is the only true book. I'm going to show you something. Habakkuk 2. Go to Habakkuk 2, verse 5 through 9. Okay? Habakkuk 2, 5 through 9. Okay? Watch this. Okay? Because a lot of you get in this thing, you just want to marry all the other nations. Some of you are a rainbow coalition. Habakkuk 2, 5 through 9.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgressed by wine.
This he that transgresses by wine is the so-called white man of the United States of America. We've gone over it in other topics, so search those topics, but keep going.
Yea, also because he transgressed by wine.
Now the wine that he transgresses by is his lies, his political lies, his political agenda, his constitution. For example, they allow you in the Constitution, you have certain inalienable rights. You can go out and marry whoever you want. Go ahead.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
But this man doesn't keep at home. Go ahead.
Who enlargeth his desire as
He
hell.
enlarges his desire as hell. Go ahead.
And is as death.
This man, wherever his policies go, his democracy is as death. His Christianity is as death. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied.
This man can't be satisfied with his political agendas. Go
but
ahead.
gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
This is the proof that this is talking about the United States of America. Read that part again, that precept.
But gathereth unto him all nations.
He gathereth unto him all nations.
And heapeth unto him all people.
And heapeth unto him all peoples. What nation is this talking about? The United States of America has all nations here. This ain't talking about Iraq. This ain't talking about Kuwait. This is talking about the United States of America. Read on.
Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
All the nations that are here shall take up a parable against this man.
And a taunting proverb against him, and say,
what are they going to say?
Woe to him that increases that which is not his.
Because America increases their political agenda by taking down many nations. He increases that which is not his. Come on.
How long?
How long?
And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
With all the nations are here. That's the thick clay with their lies. Go ahead.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
Shall not all these nations that are already here rise up suddenly shall what?
That shall bite thee.
That shall bite thee.
And awake that shall vex thee.
What does it say? And awake that shall vex thee. What do they call these terrorists that's laying dormant?
Sleeper cells.
Sleeper cells. So read that part again. That awake.
Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee?
Here it comes.
And awake that shall vex thee.
And awake. And awake. Why are they going to awake and vex them? Because they're sleeper cells here. Come on.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
They're going to take this place down. What verse was that?
That was 7.
Go ahead, down to 9.
Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because America has spoiled many nations.
All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
All the remnant of the nations shall spoil thee. Go ahead.
Because of men's blood.
Why?
Because of men's blood.
Because America has done much wickedness to the nations of this world. Go ahead.
And for the violence of the land.
And the violence of the land. They've done violence here to many of the nations. The American Indian owned this place first. The tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Issachar. America did much violence to them. Go ahead, what verse is that?
And for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
What verse was that?
That was 8.
Read down to 9.
Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high.
Woe unto him that read that part again.
That coveteth an evil covetousness.
That coveteth an evil covetousness.
To set his house, that he may set his nest on high.
That he may set his nest on high. That's talking about when they set their nest on the moon. That's the high it's talking about. Why is it saying nest? Because when America landed on the moon, they said the eagle has landed. Was that it in 9?
That he may be delivered from the power of evil.
That he may be delivered from the power of evil, meaning the return of Christ who's coming with destruction. From there, Revelation 18, 1 through 5. Revelation 18. I'm going to show you it's saying the same thing. Revelation 18.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Come on.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
So John sees in a vision that Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America, is fallen. Go ahead.
It's fallen, and has become the habitation of devils.
Because when this place is destroyed, John sees in a vision that this place becomes a habitation of devils. Just like Isaiah 34 says. Go ahead.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful
Because
bird.
only the owls and the ravens and the vultures are going to inhabit this place. Go ahead.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
So how do you know this is talking about America? Read that part again.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath. Her wine, America's wine, is their politics, their religions. All nations take part in one or the other. Read that part again.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
So what nation are all nations following? Are all nations following China?
No.
Are all nations following Africa?
No.
Are all nations following Kuwait?
No.
All nations are following the United States of America.
People dying to get in this country.
Exactly.
They gotta close the borders up.
Exactly. Come on.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
Meaning all the kings of the earth have joined they've politically joined or religiously joined with America. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
So all the nations that do buying and trading with America have become rich. Come on.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying,
watch this.
Come out of her, my people.
This is the proof that the Israelites are slaves in America. Read it again.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people.
So come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people. So God's people are captive in the United States of America, called Babylon the Great. Come on.
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
That you be not partakers of her sins. So God wants us to come out mentally, come out spiritually. That's what he's talking about. Don't take part in the sins that are taking place here in America. Come on.
And that ye receive not of her plague.
Because if you take part in the sins of America, you shall receive of the plagues of America. What verse was that?
Verse 4.
Come on.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
For the sins of America have reached unto heaven. Remember, 1969, America did what? They claimed the moon for theirs. That's saying the same thing Habakkuk chapter 2 said that we just read in verse 9. So read it again.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
And God has remembered her iniquities. That was down to 5?
That was 5.
Now watch this. Go back now to Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 2. No, I'm sorry, Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13, verse 12. How could I forget this? This is going to follow up with Habakkuk 2, Revelation 18. Now we're in Isaiah 13. We want 12 to 16.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12.
Now you might have thought, did he change the topic? No, we're still dealing with interracial marriage. Remember, it said all nations are here. So now it says, come out from amongst them, right? That you be not partakers in their sins. You're not meant to join in their religions, their politics, and you're definitely not supposed to be marrying these people of other nations. Now watch this. Isaiah 13, verse 12.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12.
We're reading 12 to 16.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
So God says he will make a man more precious than fine gold. So your black boys and Latin boys, God promised, he shall make them more precious than fine gold. Watch this.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Come on.
Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place.
So God will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place. What is that talking about? Thermonuclear destruction when Christ makes his second coming. Come on.
And the wrath of the Lord's hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger.
Come on.
And it shall be as a chaste roe.
And it shall be as a chaste roe. The it here is talking about the Babylonians. Not the ancient Babylonians, which were the Ethiopians, but the people of Babylon the Great. Who are the people of Babylon the Great? The so-called white man, Edom.
What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong.